Her beak came in totally covered with mud. I thought she was an old bird. And then, you know, she's been walking for a while. She's been ripping at that trap, trying to get out. There were other trapping injuries on the tops of the toes. It couldn't fly because it had no breast muscle left. You know, it was starving and thin. Of course, his feet hurt a lot. I don't know what the level of infection. We're not doing any blood work on this bird right now. Our immediate goal was to get him in, get him examined for any kind of wing fractures or anything else, and start him on fluids and get him rehydrated and eliminate the stress.
The only thing we can do without actually sedating her would be to just trim off the bone.
Mm-hmm.
Normally we would go down into the joint
Right.
and dissect out, but we can't do that with her awake. This feels broken.
Quite frankly, one of the justifications that I have for keeping this bird alive and trying to find him an educational home is he's a living, breathing message of why there are regulations on steel jaw traps, a trapping season, and no open bait trap. If a bird doesn't go out 100%, every single feather, every single talon, this bird would die a long and miserable death out there. So either he has to go out with a really good chance of fending for himself, or he has to find a home in captivity, or he has to be euthanized. That's the three options. He's not going back out. So now we're down to two options. The problem isn't keeping this bird alive. The problem is giving her the quality of life that she deserves, that I demand, and that Game Commission and Fish and Wildlife require.